What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and the Celtics beat the Wizards in Game 7 for a variety of reasons, one being because of their fantastic offensive execution. So, let's first start with how the Celtics executed their set plays well to get great shots. If you follow my channel, you know the Celtics like to use Thomas as a screener, and that's what happens here as he sets the first screen in the screen-to-screener set, and Beal doesn't want to leave Thomas because he's such a threat, and that leaves Crowder open off of the screen. This is a really good set that is becoming popular in the NBA. It's a flare screen for Thomas, and Bradley, who's setting the flare screen, is going to slip to the basket, and that's really what the Celtics are looking for, but the Wizards defend it well by switching it, but Wall closes out a tad too aggressively on Thomas, and that's all it takes for Thomas to drive and create an open shot. The Celtics got a layup off a baseline out of bounds play, and most of this was cut off, but you can see how they scored on a back screen and Thomas was the one setting this back screen. Horrible defense by the Wizards, and the Celtics get the layup. This next play is a great example of how the Celtics executed their offense well, but also how the Wizards really struggled on defense. So they run a split in front of the post, and Bradley will curl the screen toward the basket. And notice how the Celtics have weak side action going on, Crowder coming to the top. This is good stuff as it occupies Porter, who could potentially help on the cut. Now, the Wizards are still in good position to defend this play if Morris drops low, which he can do because he's guarding a non-offensive threat in Amir Johnson, but he doesn't drop low enough and Bradley gets the layup. At the start of the fourth quarter, the Celtics ran this back screen set, which is a gem of a set which the Warriors also like to use. It's Thomas setting the back screen and the Wizards don't help on the screen or switch, and Jaylen Brown gets a dunk. Another effective set as Horford clears out to the weak side, acting as a distraction, while Marcus Smart uses his size and strength to seal deep in the paint. He gets the pass, layup. Nice design. What's underrated is how the Celtics get great looks off of their screen into handoff action on a consistent basis, and it's basically like a double drag screen for a point guard. They worked this very well in Game 7, and here Thomas finds Olynyk on the roll for the easy layup. When Olynyk was in with Horford, Horford would roll and Olynyk would be in the shooter's position, which is what happens here, and he gets the open three. On this play, the Wizards hedge this handoff action. Not a bad idea, but Morris, after he hedged, doesn't know where to go. He's not sure if he should recover to Horford or cover Olynyk on the three-point line. He doesn't do either, and Olynyk gets the open shot. The Wizards' defensive miscommunication was unacceptable for a Game 7, and the Celtics run the handoff play, and this time two guys go to Olynyk, and that leaves Horford open on the roll. To prevent the pass, Morris jumps into the air, taking away the passing angle. The problem, now Olynyk can drive past Morris, and he scores. Needless to say, this play definitely contributed to Olynyk's big night. Now, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole talking about the pick and pop, and for most of Game 1, the Wizards gave up the pick and pop 3 to one of the Celtics stretch 5s, either Olynyk or Horford. A few clips from Game 1, and you can see how the Wizards defended this. Gortat contains the ball, and here that leaves Horford open for the 3. Olynyk and Horford are good 3-point shooters, and the Wizards soon realize they can't give up this shot so easily. They adjusted. Starting at the end of Game 1, the Wizards sent a defender to the pick and pop big man. This is from the end of Game 1, a Horford pick and pop, and the Wizards send a third defender, Porter, to rotate over, and Thomas thinks this is a simple pass back to Horford, but Porter is there and he gets the steal. For a few games, this strategy was successful for the Wizards. They were able to create some turnovers with this rotation, and it stymied the Celtics' dangerous pick and pop. With this strategy, what the Wizards are giving up is a 3-on-2 situation for the Celtics with the players not directly involved in the pick and pop, and the Wizards were able to manage the scenario. Here they force a skip pass and they'll live with that shot. In Game 6, the Celtics figured out this strategy with cutting. So here Bogdanovic is probably going to stunt, so Crowder cuts to the basket behind him. He gets the pass, and this breaks down the defense. You'll again see Crowder cut, and it's the same 3-on-2 advantage for the Celtics, but because of the Crowder cut, this gives Thomas a good passing option, and Crowder gets it and kicks it out to Horford for the 3. Boston was cutting in prior games. This is a clip from Game 4, which I showed you earlier, and Crowder does cut during the pick and pop, but Thomas isn't prepared to make this pass. He's still looking for Horford. Crowder is open, but Thomas still tries to get it to Horford. In Game 6, the ball handler did a better job of looking for the cutter. Back to Game 7, where versus the pick and pop, the Wizards tried a bit of both strategies. The Celtics won this battle. When the Wizards didn't send the third guy over to the pick and pop big man, that's an open 3. And there Horford hits a shot, and on this next clip, Olynyk will get a wide open 3. Kelly gets another open 3 off the pick and pop. Crowder could cut during the pick and pop or beforehand. Here he cuts beforehand, and what this does is when Olynyk pops, there is so much open space, no one to bother him. This is by design, and Olynyk can drive and draw a foul here. The Wizards did rotate a third defender to the big man some in Game 7, but there were times where they really didn't have a choice to because of the cut. Maybe Bogdanovic stunts out to Olynyk here, but because Brown cut, he doesn't, and Olynyk can drive and attack Mahinmi on the closeout. When the Wizards rotated to the popping big man, the Celtics were ready. Here, Olynyk and Crowder both cut. This is a way to get the defense discombobulated, and Thomas finds Olynyk under the basket. This play, Porter rotates out to Horford, and Smart doesn't just stand in the corner, he cuts to an open spot, and it should not be understated how important it was that Thomas was able to make these nice passes. Thomas is double teamed, but finds Smart, though here, Smart can't finish. Porter stunts at Horford, so Smart cuts to the rim, and Thomas blows by Courtois on this play, and great job by Smart to clear out the help defender Morris, freeing up the lane. Well, there you have it, guys. Execution, execution, execution. Great job by Brad Stevens to prepare the Celtics for this series, for Game 7. And the Wizards, on the other hand, did not execute defensively the way they needed to, and they were only in the game in the fourth quarter because Beal went off. My next video will likely be on how playoff defenses take advantage of non-shooters, and this was suggested by William Corey, a great suggestion. And I'll also be addressing in the video the counters on the offensive side, how they take advantage of the fact of how defenses sag off these poor shooters. Can't wait, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.